First is the pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which we stand,
One nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Foxtos.
Here.
Moore.
Here.
Myers.
Here.
Boltrout.
Here.
And Kearns is absent.
Next is to approve the agenda that's presented, with having two items. One is the change for the park. We have a letter that we can change the pavilion to adding equipment, or add that onto the agenda. And also, we received a letter from Run for Alex. We'll need a motion on it, so I will add those two, and those will both be available for public comment. If that's the case, I need a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented. I second.
Roll call.
Foxtos.
Yes.
Moore.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Boltrout.
Yes.
Item 5, executive session, we just met from 1:45 to 2 o'clock for a personnel matter and litigation. Also, under reports, there was a workshop with LSA on our water line grant. It is moving forward. And there is a meeting, I had myself here. That was held January 15th. Mark went to that, and our engineer, Carl Decash, went to it and presented our side for that. And hopefully that grant will come through. And we have been discussing our partnership project that will be in the near future, putting together some definite plans on that. In correspondence, we received a letter from People's Gas requesting what roads we plan to pave so they can do their line repairs accordingly, and also for our road restoration and permits. And we sent a letter back to them saying that we will have the roads formed in the near future, and the permitting we are working on updating at the moment. Next one would be from KLH, that we right now are not required to do the MS4 runoff study and mapping, but they're requesting that a board member sit down with them and get the information together, and so that we can start work on this before it is a requirement. And with that, I'd like one of the board members, if they will, to take a hold of this and meet with them and get it. So if we can get someone to volunteer for that, I would appreciate it. Next is we received a letter from the Recreation Board requesting their budget and appointees to their rec board, and we have that into the for a motion later in the meeting. Next is from the House of Representatives. They're holding a seminar tomorrow, and for 6, that there is no emergency plan in place in case that pond would fail. And presently, we have our emergency coordinator, Mr. Shukatano, working on what we need to do with that. We also received a letter from Equitron that they are going to be changing a pipeline off of Route 917 going across Pigeon Creek. Will not affect any of our township roads or their requirements are coming off Route 917, so that's a matter of public notice. Last is a letter from Run for Alex that requesting that they have permission again this year to close some of our roads for the Run for Alex. And that's what I have on correspondence, unless someone else has something else. At this time, we have the next items that are open for public request, and we will take public comments at this time. Yes.
Bill Pollock, Pollock Road. My question is, I asked at the last meeting, are we going to make copies of the minutes of the previous meeting available online so that we can review and comment on them before you vote?
They already were for today's meeting.
Okay, they are, okay.
Yes.
Good, so you're gonna do that as a matter of course, and then we can comment.
Yes, they are unofficial minutes until they're approved in this meeting, but that is online.
Okay, good. Congratulate you for taking that step. I think it's very important. And that way we can get our comments and make sure they're correct in the minutes of the meeting. Thank you very much.
Kathy Kennedy, 2 Cloud Lane. I just want to clear something up. Paul and I had met, and we discussed quite a few things with the rec board. But there was some concerns that was brought up, and I told you I would get those answers, and I did get the answer. So I'd like to share that with you. So it was said to me that, when Paul and I discussed this, that I had gotten the information about the rec board meetings and the date was wrong on the meetings. So I had contacted him to clarify this. And when we sat down and talked, you said to me that you felt that there was maybe possibly a leak, that this information should have only been reached by the supervisors, and that we should not have had that information on Thursday night. But I provided you a copy of the screenshot. That actually was posted on the Observer Reporter on Thursday the 8th at 8:45 p.m. So there was no leak, and I do really want you to consider all of the people that have applied for the board and to approve them. We did the candlelight vigil, and we're doing the spaghetti dinner on Sunday. The team works great together. We're getting a lot done, and it's really a good team, and I really hope that you approve all of the people that you've asked.
Last year, 226 days of route. Paul, I got a question for you. Whenever Kathy asked you to use the building for the candlelight, and you said you couldn't get all of the other supervisors, Mark, did he not get a hold of you, or try to, or what?
This is the first I'm hearing about it.
Thank you. That's 2 supervisors, Paul. Whenever you are asked to do something, don't make a bullshit excuse saying you
I
can't.
did my part I passed it on to be forwarded to all the supervisors. I did my part.
how did you do it? Because that's two supervisors sitting there, and they didn't hear nothing.
I have the email that I can show you, that I sent it over to the office to be forwarded to all the
And with you
supervisors.
being holding the chair, you should have just said yes, correct?
Beg your pardon?
You're holding the chair, correct? You're, correct?
I'm one of the supervisors, yes.
Correct. And as far as, this morning, I was getting fuel at Amico. Mark, were you driving a one-ton dump? Were you plowing over across the street?
No.
Oh, you didn't? You walked in the toot scoop, come out, and then
I was parked there.
you, guy walked over to you, and you plowed there. Okay. That's not a live bite. I'll get the videotape from down toot scoop, and you can eat your words.
Everybody else?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Greg Street, 92 Ball Road. For clarification, you said the minutes of the previous meeting went up this morning
No, they were up last week.
for all last.
No, for today's meeting is what I said.
What about all the meetings from last year? Still haven't been able to get them up.
I've been sitting here less than a month. I think I've
I'm
tried
not
to
blaming you.
accomplish things, and we're working in that direction.
I'm not blaming you, Paul. I'm just saying, in the interest of transparency and want to show the public that, you're above scrutiny, everything, that stuff should be up there. This is public information. And it's been over a year, and there's only 6 months up from last year. And I've been up, this is the 4th or 5th time I've beat this dead horse. If you don't have anybody that wants to do it here, it's not capable, you need to hire somebody. It's that simple. Another question about the meeting. Do you intend before you, or do you have prior knowledge, before you approve the minutes of the prior meeting, that you either read them or they'll be read aloud?
I'll refer that to Mr. Lecker. Is that something that's necessary?
No.
It's not necessary? Then you guys should be in Congress because they vote on bills before they even read it. Maybe you should move up. Paul, you,
And that's why I made sure they were posted ahead of time. They're there, they're available.
minutes of prior meeting.
From, the reorganization meeting minutes were made available before they were approved tonight. And they're marked as being a draft.
Available to the public or you guys?
No, they're on the website.
I didn't see it. You go on the website and you get a 404 error, so mostly and during your prior tenure, didn't you guys follow Robert's rules of procedure where you say minutes for the prior meeting, they're read aloud. Everybody hears them. You can record it. And you ask everybody any additions, comments, or clarifications on these minutes. No, minutes are approved. Don't you think that would be a better idea to do that? I know you followed Robert's rules of procedure prior during your previous tenure, because I was in here. I don't know why you would do that now. Another thing, when you listen to these things, and for some reason the township doesn't want to stream this, so the public has to do it, the only people you can hear are people like yourself that actually speak up. Most of the people are like, kind of like this, mumbling. Maybe you should have microphones up there and one here, so everybody can hear what's going on.
That microphone, it was brought up 3 years ago.
That's all I have.
Okay. Anyone else? Yes.
I just wanted to say real quick, with the letters of interest for the board, I know we need an odd number, but all of us, everybody submitted, works really good together, and it's too much for only 3 people. And, we're gonna do a lot of stuff they already done it with very little bit of money. I mean, you guys were here for the country Christmas and seeing what they did. I have nothing, nothing to do with that. And, somebody has to be the face of the community. And I think, some of us, we could do a lot of good, and, for the kids. With just a little bit of money, you got some all-stars put together, and we all work well together. But I don't know how you guys are gonna vote for Howard. I don't know how we can have this guy, I don't know which way he's going, so. But that's all.
Any other comments? If not, we'll move on. Next will be approve the minutes of the reorganization as presented to the board.
I make a motion to approve the minutes as listed.
Second.
Roll call.
Foxton,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Woltrop,
Yes.
Next, approve the payment of January 2026 unpaid bills.
I make a motion to approve the January unpaid bills.
Second.
Roll call.
Foxton,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Woltrop.
Yes.
Next, be approve of the payments of 26 bills that have been processed. Those would be like the gas bill, the electric bills, those type of things that could not wait.
I make a motion to approve those bills as payments.
I second the motion.
Roll call.
Foxton,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Woltrop.
Yes.
Next will be the approval of the fee schedule as presented.
I make a motion to approve the fee schedules as presented.
Second the motion.
Roll call.
Foxton,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Woltrop.
Yes.
Next will be the approval of the updated employee policy.
Make the motion. To approve the updated policy.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Roll call.
Foxton,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Woltrop.
Yes.
Item 13 would be our truck bids. We have bids for a 1-ton truck and also a pickup truck.
I'll make a motion to do it, whether it's a gas or a diesel.
What was that again?
I'll make a motion to do it when we decide whether it's a gas or a diesel.
Mark, could you speak up a little?
Why don't we explain to what the reason is you want to get these
So
trucks?
we need a,
You met with other workforce.
we met
And
a,
they made the statement of what they needed, you know?
we need a 1-ton dump and a small pickup. They're both, the ones that we have, the pickup's really bad and the one dump's giving us a lot of trouble. So we put in for pricing for a diesel, an F600 diesel dump, 1-ton, and a 350 pickup like we have now. And I got the diesel prices, but when Jim came in today, he talked about that a lot of Strabane is going to gas vehicles now, and they're liking that better. So we're just a little, I guess, undecided right now which way we want to go. The diesel's about 9,000 more to upgrade the diesel. So we basically budgeted about 200,000 for those 2 trucks this year. And the diesel bids will come in at 185. That was to the F600 with the diesel and, the plow, the spreader, everything that we need for it. And then a Jim came in and talked, and the gas bids would be 9,000 less each a truck. So the question is, to go gas or to go diesel? And we're sort of a little split on it, and we just not sure yet.
Those gas trucks have a higher maintenance record.
I don't know. What Jim brought to the table today is they were really liking it at Strabane.
Yeah, but what
They didn't have to deal with the DEF and stuff. There's been a lot of issues with that. And I'm not sure.
Why do you need a diesel?
All our trucks,
Why do you have to have a 1-ton pickup?
well,
Just ask.
we use that to haul trailers. We have one that we haul the skid loader and the excavator with. But that other pickup would be nice to be able to have to haul it in case something went bad.
You have 2 550s right now, right?
Yeah, we could use the dumps, but it's a matter
Because
of,
the truck you want to replace is the extended cab short bed truck, correct? The one that's starting to rot out?
yes,
Okay, so
it's an F-350. I mean,
mainly just riding around in that truck, a half ton would be just fine. A heavy
we
duty half
talked
ton
about
would be
that
just
too.
fine.
That came up
Do
when
what you're going.
we're basically using that to haul the fuel cell and for somebody to
Yeah.
ride around checking permits and
Right.
that kind of stuff. So that came up too. So, I mean,
I mean, at least if you're going to get a 1-ton, at least get something that's no problem, prep package on it, so you can at least put a plow on it if you had to. As far as the diesel, going to change it on, it's unjustifiable in today's society with these engines because of the depth, the cost to repair them, is just, it's astronomical. Honestly,
my opinion.
right. Because they have to run today, they have to run, it's not like old school stuff, you come out of idle, they have to run, so gas would be more beneficial. I'm talking in the pickup, now the other truck, an F600, that's an 8-ton truck, ain't it?
No, it's,
Is it 19? Yeah.
That would be diesel, wouldn't it? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't hear you.
That one was.
Would that be
yeah.
diesel or no?
That can be either diesel or gas, and the cost of the outfit, the diesel is a little over 9,000.
I think it'd be worth it now for that pickup.
And that heavier truck, I'd say you'd be better off with diesel now.
Yes.
The 3-quarter, you could probably get away with the gasoline on it, and that truck would give you an inclination into what a gas will do for you if it'll last. If you just do one of them in gas.
My whole thing is I gathered all the information and,
You gonna do extended cab on a pickup or just a regular cab?
well, I got a price for a regular cab and what they call a super cab, got the little thing in the back. About $2,500 difference. But the outfitting for, we're looking, if we put the order in this week, we're looking at late April, which we need to have it right around then for the start our ditch work and stuff.
What
So-
brands you look at? What that's for, you
Yeah,
got
Ford.
Chevys or Dodges or anything?
No, I got bids for Ford dealers. These are all CoStar prices. So they gave us, it's roughly about a little over $9,000 off the truck.
I think like Dean said, on that 3-quarter ton, you need to have it fitted up for a plow too, so it could be.
If you go run that chassis of the truck, you're gonna run a half ton.
First of all, when he's talking about co-stars, is what used to be the state piggyback, so
Right.
that we don't have to bid it. It lets us go out and work with dealers, and then it goes through them, and we get our best price. Mark, if you want to amend your motion and do one truck at a time, I would suggest it.
Just a quick, your plates, how do you guys, something to keep in mind, it costs the plates on one time? Or do you guys play like a flat municipality rate for plates every year?
It's a government play, I think it's a one-time.
Oh, okay, good, because that would factor in.
That's a municipality plate, is that what it is?
Yeah.
So I'd like to make a motion to buy the F600 diesel with Super City doing the fab and SEI doing the plow work and the spreader and all the hydraulic work.
Yes.
Is that the one time?
Yes.
Yes.
We have a second?
Is that for the F600 you're saying?
Roll call.
Costas,
No.
Moore,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Wolchott.
Yes.
Is that for the F600 you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have to use Super City for, can you use J&J, can you use Mac? I said, do you have to use Super City for the body and stuff?
Well, I checked different ones.
'Cause you got
and-
J&J, you have Mac.
Yeah, it's actually the best price I got, Super City and SEI doing the fit together. And the Ford, the chassis that comes from Ford will get sent right to Super City, and then SEI will go pick up it when it's done, and SEI will deliver it to us when they're done.
I'll make that motion that we table, the pickup truck, so we can have further discussion.
I second that motion.
Roll call.
Costas,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Wolchott.
Yes. Next item is the delegates for the township convention, April 19th to the 22nd. We need to list the voting delegate. So I'm gonna make a motion that we authorize that we work between us and get that sent in to recess.
I'll second that.
Roll call.
Costas,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Wolchott.
Yes. Next is the agricultural secure area, and this is kind of a member update that, Joe was the chairman, being from the board of supervisors. I was basically the farmer on that, and I'm gonna suggest that we reverse those roles. That I be the supervisor sitting there and Joe be the farmer, just reverse them, be the board.
I second that.
Roll call.
Costas,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Wolchott.
Yes. Okay, next would be our, rec board appointments. And I think we have a number, in fact, I think it's roughly, 11 requests to be put on that board. I need a motion.
I make a motion that we table our rec board appointments to our February 11th meeting, our next meeting,
I believe that's right. I think our first February.
first meeting in February. I make a motion we table till then.
Second. I haven't,
Yeah, I'll make a second.
Roll call.
Costas,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Wolchott.
Yes. Next, we're requesting permission to set up having purchase orders for our purchasing and having one
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Wiltshire.
Yes.
Next is the agricultural secure, that was actually a misprint, we doubled it up. Next is the MS4 report. And I'm requesting that with that, since KLH is suggesting we look into it, that we have one of the board members be a leader on that, gather information, and set up any workshops as necessary. We can have a volunteer for that position. No idea. Somebody volunteer.
I'll make a motion for Mr. Kearns.
Foster,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Myers, Wiltshire.
Yes.
Throw it to the guy that ain't here, huh? Hey, you got this?
Next is the House of Representatives, the grant seminar, which I mentioned in correspondence. Just to make it official, we had to let them know last week, and we did turn in Mr. Lohr and our engineer Carl Decas. I would just like to have that ratified.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Roll call.
Foster,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Wiltshire.
Yes.
Next would be our add-on items. The first one would be given approval for the Run for Alex to be closing some of our roads for a few hours for the Run for Alex.
I'll make the motion. I'll second.
Roll call.
Foster,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Wiltshire.
Yes.
Next is we've been in touch with the Washington County Tourism on our pavilion grant, and there's been some discussion about changing that from a pavilion grant to adding miscellaneous items or upgrading some of the paving and stuff. So we need a letter sent back to them that that's what we're looking at, and also to set up a cost-effective, whether it be buying new slides or whatnot, and submit that for our grant and our matching. I need authorization to return the letter to them and also to put together this information on what we want to use the money for as an alternative.
I'll make that motion.
A second.
Roll call?
Foster,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Wiltshire.
Yes.
Which part was that?
Having no other, we move into old business, and we had a request at the last meeting to check into a trucking business on Lest Road, and that has been sent on to our zoning officer. The pavilion grant we just dealt with, the state public water grant that we applied for, we did not get that. We're still working with the LSA grant, but the state grant we did not get. Reports is municipal consulting service is on file, animal control is on file, and our hard surface requirements is in the process of being updated. Next would be public comment on non-agenda items.
Kathy Kennedy, 2 Highland Lane. I have to agree with Billy de Blasio on this one. These minutes are not accurate, and I would really like the November minutes looked at and put, and if you need the tape can be provided. In those minutes, it so took me out of context. It said, I said, no dogs at election. That is not what I said. You all heard what I said. I did not say no dogs at election. That is far from what I said. What I said is, I don't like the fact that the dog was sitting on the counter. I don't like the fact that the dog was sitting on the podium. I did not say no dogs at the election. And I really want those, I received a lot of slack over that I don't like dogs. And that is so far from the truth. That is not true. And I'm very curious as to why we can't get some rec board members.
My reason is I was presented with 11 names this morning. I've not reviewed them. Most of the people I don't even know. So I need time to review them.
You've had them on file since
Not all 11 of them, I have not. There's 11 of them.
But you already had them. They
Kathy,
were.
that's enough. You have anything else?
Excuse me.
I just want everybody to know that you guys have not reached out to this terrible tragedy. David, thank you very much. Your family has reached out. I tried to reach out to you. I didn't need to ask permission to use the park. It's a public park. We could have had the vigil up there. But I wanted to include everybody into it. That's why I asked you. We did find the church. It was much nicer at the church than it would have been outside anyhow. But where are you guys? You're the face of the township. This is a terrible tragedy. And we've got 750 tickets for this spaghetti dinner, and they're almost all sold out. The community from all around, Bentleyville, Ellsworth, Cedar Hill, Coper, they've all come together, but we haven't heard anything other than from Dave. You don't care about the residents? I don't understand. Did you not like the country Christmas? I thought the country Christmas was phenomenal. This team works great together. We've been working without a board.
Why don't you have a comment, Paul? You're just looking at her smiling.
I gave you my opinion. That's where I see.
About the tragedy. 15-year-old girl that killed herself.
In
Apparently
our
you don't
township.
care, right? You know what that is? That's called
I care
bullying.
a lot.
And that's what happened to
I know
her.
the family well.
Nick,
Yes, I care.
yeah.
I feel it's my responsibility to reach out to the rest of the board. I did my
For
responsibility.
one, I didn't see you down the funeral. For a second, I didn't see you at the vigil. For third, I guarantee you're not at the...
Meeting at this time.
Oh,
Meeting
yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
I have some, I've been.
Meeting's adjourned.
You can't take it?
Can't keep order, we're gonna just adjourn. That's my right to do it.
Yeah. Wow.
He ain't no good.
I thank Kathy for reinforcing my comment that you guys, I'm saying this anyway, you guys need to read those minutes aloud so people can comment on it. She's misquoted.
He ain't no good.
You need to smile.
Hey, Jim, question.
Oh, he can't take it.